Do we want to go inside the box? We could put them in the case. I don't know. I'm kind of not... Getting that case out is like a back-breaking. Oh, we could maybe do a Valmorfication. I really wouldn't mind having one. Yeah, let's do that, because I don't know if it'll take an hour and a half. I don't think we'll finish the whole thing in an hour and a half, but we'll get like the lion's share of it done. Like we'll probably get all the SMD stuff put on. Yeah, because there's not a lot. There's probably a dozen, maybe 2 dozen resistors and caps, 1 chip, 4 transistors, no diodes, other than the shotkeys. So yeah, we can get this done in an hour. We can get it mostly done. Mostly. There's so much crud that just falls out of this. I should just take it outside and hit it with air and like whack it against some rocks or something just to get all this crud out of it. Yeah, I mean a clock, like a Boolean or a divider thing is probably going to be a little bit more useful than a decoder, but like I said, I mean, it just depends on what you're wanting to do it with. Some of those modules are really good if you have like a really massive system and you've got all these different inputs going on and stuff like that. I could see them being really useful, but if you have like a much more minimalist setup, it's going to be like a lot of, well, what could I do with this? You know, it's really... not helping me any. Oh, cool. We just need 2 books of resistors. Ah. Feel the heat. Oh, wait. Am I going to switch over to Robert Palmer? I guess that's slightly better than Don Henley. I don't know. I think it's kind of a lateral improvement, disprovement. All right, we need 1K or another. Nobody? Okay. I'm gonna get you. 1K. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but I didn't really want to stream this long. I'd start making up stuff like, oh, but I won't be able to spend time with my beautiful daughter. And then people will be like, wait a minute. Beautiful daughter. And I'm like, ah, you got me. She's ugly as hell. She's not beautiful at all. She's got like this weird giant forehead. It's her mother's forehead. Wait, this says 33K for the RL, but I feel like 1K is better for RL, because this is Valmorfication. It says Matt Damon underneath it. What kind of LED is it again? It's yeah, we're gonna go 1K, baby. 1K. I'm going lower than low should be go. And why is there 3 though? Huh, wait a minute. Is there some that are marked RL and some that are marked 3K? Enhance! Yeah, okay, so there's one marked RL and then, okay. I don't see the 3Ks though. There they are, those beautiful bastards. Alright, so I'm gonna do 1K for the RL. And then I'm gonna do 2 3.3Ks. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm directing a movie. Then you're gonna hit your mark and say, "Get out of the car, you bastard." How about, "Hey, you, get your damn hands off of her." Okay, that's fine. All right. I forgot everything that I was doing just now. I got like really in the zone. No, I'm kidding. I didn't get any zone. Oh my God. And I really kind of wish I had some powdered donuts. Because I could order some. It's kind of late to order powdered donuts, though. It's past powdered donut time. All right, I need 13 of these 100Ks. I'm going to have to count them out with my bare eyes. $13 it is. I should just talk like that all the time. Have like a real dramatic. Like those crime narrator guys. Like, this guy thought he could get away with it, but he was wrong. This guy thought he could outrun 2 Florida State Troopers, but he was wrong. This woman turned a simple traffic stop into jail time. Find out what the CDC doesn't want you to know. Hold up. Let me grab. He thought he could let out a simple fart, but he was wrong. 27 minutes later, paramedics arrive. Two minutes after the paramedics arrive, the paramedics leave, saying, "I don't get paid enough for this shit." And also phrases like, "This sounds like a you problem." Do you remember the first time you had a crush on Dana Scully? That's what I keep hearing with these chimes. I just keep hearing like, do you remember the time you had a crush on Dana Scully? It's great stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, and then the CV, that's right. You got CV control of both those. I live for trucks. Now I got that in my. That's actually a good song. Still want to do that sometime. A music stream where we go over some cool jams that no one else likes but me. I don't know if it would be better to do a stream or... I think a stream would be funner because the other way would be this like almost presentational thing, and that's kind of who wants to be presented to. You do square, triangle, saw, ramp. Hey, Hedonic, so this is not just alcohol. As you can see, as the alcohol evaporates, it leaves behind a crust. That crust is the magic that's in Kester 951. And it's flux. It is really great for the goofy soldering that I do, but it also works for, I think it works for other people's soldering techniques that are like more what you're supposed to be doing, instead of showing off on the internet like some sort of schmuck. Val, yeah, Val's a good, not a bad first one. The 4 HP mix, I think, is the easiest. And it's so fucking useful that you would be an absolute fool. A fool, I say, to not have at least one of those in your back pocket. Yeah, it's true too. The Neuron's pretty easy too, the 4 HP version. But I think the mix is smaller. I mean, there's like 8 resistors on it or something. It's like really, really low part count. Yeah, the Genie's all right, but it does start to get a little bit more sophisticated. More checking yourself, force you wreck yourself. I just love you, mate. The feeling is mutual, mate. You've been so kind and so awesome to the channel over the years. Always appreciate you. And, you know, this is, these gift subs mean a lot. Mean a lot, buddy. Keep it guile. Don't take any guff from those swine. You know the routine. Of course you do. You're the president. Alright, I'm gonna pull this guy back. Ooh, that was sexy. That was pretty, I mean, was it just me, or? I mean, I guess that's okay. It's just me. You know what? That might have earned us a cheese mukbang. We haven't had a cheese tasting yet. And I did buy like a dozen fucking cheeses. And we've only tried like 3 or 4 of them. Some of them are kind of big. The cheeses are kind of big. God damn. You and your filthy mind. I love it. But yeah, some of them are big. Like, I got a big slice of brie because I fucking love brie. For a long time, I was trying to meet like a woman named Brie so that I could say I love Brie and I could knock out 2 birds with one statement. I could be like, well, I love the person I'm with, Brie, but I also love the cheese that shares the same name. But they don't have to know that. Because they won't understand. A lot of people have a hard time understanding a man's love of cheese. Some people get jealous. Some people get angry. Some people get lactose intolerant. And I will not take such prejudice. Intolerance against cheese and lactose is an intolerance against humanity. We must rise up against our dairy confinements and explode in flavor and love. Brie is really good. I live so close to France that I could throw a rock over the border. Hell yeah. That's a good, that sounds like a fucking great deal. But I don't want to start another war. Yeah. It's a bit of a sensitive topic. You'd think, like, this many years had passed, people would be like, it's cool. But, you know, some things never clear up. I'm just glad the Goths and the Romans finally got along. I mean, that was uncomfortable. That was awkward. Oh, yeah. We got Mr. X in the house. I think he would be better in my case. I don't like the skin on the brie, but the inside is pleasant. Yeah, you don't eat the dried parts of brie. I don't know anybody that does that. Probably a fucking crazy Frenchman, but not me. I take the soft part, the brie, and I spread it on some toast or something, or a cracker, and I shove it in my mouth, and I think about how wonderful it is to live in a time where these cheeses exist. And then realize you've been saved by cheese. Oh yeah, that'd actually be good. What kind of sauce would you like? Oh, I saw you had blue cheese dressing. Yes, we do have that as a dipping sauce. I'll take the blue cheese dressing. Hold the blue, if you don't mind. I'm allergic. I have a horrible blue allergy. My breakout. Welcome in, Mr. X. Thanks to Presidential Music and Oddball, we've had like another couple of hours on to the stream. We were like 2 minutes away. I was looking at people to raid and everything. I was thinking about what I was gonna do. I had it all like ready to. I was accepting my fate. I was like, all right, we had a good run. It was cool. Now we've got, you know, a barrier to go past in the future, maybe. But then, booyaka. Those two guys extended it out, and now I don't have to think about it for at least another hour. And really, is it procrastination what it's really all about? Probably not, but I like to think of it that way. Twitch is such trash. That's twice today. I know I clicked on the right comment and it replied me to the wrong one. Oh, really? Not blue parts of the blue cheese. You know, Porphyry, I have seen some weird glitches, and I know when we were having our connection dropping and stuff, someone was looking up that there was some issues, but I didn't get their source or anything like that. You know, I didn't look it up to see what that entailed or what it was, you know. Because, I mean, you know, you never know. But I had a couple of interesting things I've seen on my dashboard for Twitch since I've been streaming for the past few days. And one was like a really weird deal where a whole panel just went away for like 3 minutes and then came back, and I'm like, dude, did they restart something? Did something have to reboot to, you know? Why is your soldering tip bent? Excellent question. This is called a J-tip by Hacko. It's also, you can look it up under the name Bent Conical. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great tip. So I can go and drench solder on the bottom of this guy, hit it, and it heats everything up. Like, you can see the flux melting around it. We'll see it down here maybe. Yeah. And now it's all bueno. It's all perfecto. At least for my standards. I haven't seen an angled chisel. I haven't tried one of those. I'd be down to clown. There's a couple that I would like to try that they basically have a straight tip, but then at the end, it's like a 90-degree flat surface thing. It's kind of weird, but I could see how it would be useful. Oh, shit. Where did my 100K? Oh. But I could see how it would work for certain situations. Might be good. The J-tip's fun, yeah. Yeah, the way I'm doing it is stupid. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't, I mean, you could try it, but it's probably harder to do it this way. But, yeah, it's called a J-tip. I don't know if it's the same thing with Velar, but, you know, if you look for bent conical, you'll find it typically, but I love it. It's, it works really well. The other one would be the knife tip. That's my other favorite tip. Kind of like this the best right now. Do you have two solid? No, I don't. I just have the one iron. My other hand, I'm holding soldering wire here. That's what this is. For the through hole, I enjoy a split hoof. Oh yeah, that's one I need to get. Yeah, I need to get one of those too. That probably would make a lot of, you know, 10 lead stuff, like doing resistors and way easier with the hoof. That's it. That's it for the resistors. Now we can do the capacitors. Nice, nice. No, sorry, Bob. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I went to go get the cheese, Mrs. Harrison, she's like, "Are you still streaming?" Because it's midnight here right now. And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "It's almost ended." We were like in the last 2 minutes. I go, and then Oddball came and got 20 subs. And then President McHammerguile came in and got 10 subs. And I was like, all right, there's like another couple hours on the clock. Cool. Take that. I don't know actually who's taking it, but I'm giving it to them. And they're liking it. And so am I. Now I've got that goddamn Look Bum No Computer song stuck in my head. The one, the Eurovision song. But it's just like the same phrase over and over. Can't believe he lost. Must have been up against some stiff competition there. All right, 22 pachyderm farads. Not really. Oh my gosh. You know, I was kind of thinking about this the other day, and I still don't know the answer, is like, man, what are we going to do the rest of the month? We have all these projects. We burned through a bunch of them. Usually I'll like have a project like last a day, or maybe do 2 a day. But, you know, we blasted through like 6 or something, 6 or 7. And I mean, we got a lot of the one use stuff, but I'm like, and I guess I could do like a day of those or something like that, but it's like, I'm just like, oh shit. But it's not that big of a deal because, like, thanks to you guys extending the timer out and everything, all that bread is just gonna go to right back to Andrew, so I can get more modules from him, more projects from him. It's the cycle of life. 6, 7. Oh man, I have like I posted it like a few weeks ago, like a couple weeks ago, but there's the scene from Blade Runner where Roy Batty, Rutger Hauer's character, is chasing him through the old building, the old decrepit building, and he's like doing his whole 4, 5, how to stay alive. And then there's this scene where he comes out and he's like 6, 7. And he goes, go to hell or go to heaven, you know, that scene. But someone just clipped it with him walking out, and it just says 6, 7. And I died. I was like, oh my God. That is a good one. Thank you, planet. Thank you, internet. Thank you, zeitgeist of the universe, for giving me that joke. I have it somewhere. Let me. This is the last cap I gotta do. I'll look it up real quick because it was in our. It was in the. Yeah. Straight doesn't seem to be good enough for you. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna give you a few seconds before I come. Man, that's one of my favorite movies. I haven't even watched the new one because every time they fuck with any of that, it seems to get worse. Like, they changed the whole part where Roy Batty, when he meets Tyrell, and in the original movie forever, until like, you know, the early 2000s when they did the re-release, he would say, I want more life. And I always thought that was cool. And then they changed it to father, and I was like, what? You don't have to like hand feed me this. Plus, I thought it was cooler that he's like meeting his maker, is effectively his God. And he's so angry, and he's so bitter, and he's so like evil in a lot of ways that he's just like, he calls him a like right out of the gate. And Tyrell doesn't even seem bothered by it. And like, I don't know, it's just like a cool interaction. And when you change it to father, it's just like, I feel like it waters it way the hell down. And I'm worried that if I go see the new Blade Runner movie, it's going to be, I'm going to have to get like water wings and stuff because it's going to be so watered down from what I liked. But other people have told me it's really good, so I don't know. Oh, there's like a gnat trying to kill. Wait a minute. Anyways, I'm going to bed. Hey, Central, take care. Have a good rest of the night. Hope to see you next time. And thanks again for everything. Thanks for all the gift memberships. And keep it guile, my friend. Keep it guile. All right, there's the two. Oh, shit. There's the two 47s. I guess I could go ahead and place those now. Oh, look at that. It's like a little pattern. Oh. Colin also watched Blade Runner 2045 on the plane, and I felt nothing. And then I watched the OG Blade Runner, and it was awesome. Yeah, I love the old Blade Runner. It's one of my favorite movies. I remember I was like a teenager, and it, it'd been out for over 10 years, and it was on like regular TV, and I saw it, and I was just blown away. It was like that opening scene where he's talking to the guy that that doing the void comp test, and the dude's like, my mother, let me tell you about my mother. But like the opening scene is like the whole Tyrell building and the the flying in and the ship or the flying cars and all that. And I remembered seeing that, and my dad was like, oh yeah, this was a real shame this movie didn't do better. It's amazing. It's there's nothing like it. It's just over the top sci-fi. And he was dead on. I was like, yeah, this is beautiful. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why anyone didn't like it. And I watched, like, the version I saw the first time was the one that was the theatric release that has the narration and everything. And I didn't really hate the narration that much, and I still don't dislike it too much. I think it's kind of makes it more like a detective PI, kind of storyline, which I thought was really cool, that juxtaposition of modern, and you still got the cop roughed up drinking, that whole concept, that whole archetype I thought was cool. And so having his narrations over it, I thought improved the whole thing. The book was quite different, though. The characters in Do Android Dream don't behave as though they know it's a dystopia world. The reader knows dystopia, but yeah, I honestly, I read like a couple times To Android's Dream because I was such a big Blade Runner fan. I was like, well, the book's got to be great, and it was one of those rare instances where I was like, the book's not bad, but the movie is amazing. Yeah, I felt like the book was a lot more kind of watered down in a lot of these concepts, and in the actual film, they really beefed it up. There's a great book on the making of Blade Runner that I used to read all the time, like, this would be about 20 years ago, but I had it on my nightstand, I'd read it before I went to bed, and reread it and everything. There's different sections I like to read about. And that movie was rewritten so, like, quite several times. And the guy that ended up doing it, I think his name was Hampton Fincher, he, I think, if I remember right, he was the one that really fleshed it out into something that wasn't like this cheesy 80s, you know, guy hunting robot story. Colin, good idea. What type of dab? Well, up until the fall of this year, it was a wax dab. But I've greatly cut back on that stuff. Why? All right, here's the ones I want. Are these yeah, these are the little guys, right? Yep. This is going too far. I did sleep. I got some sleep earlier. In fact, if we were to stop the stream right now, I wouldn't go to bed. Although it is kind of getting late here, but I don't think I'd go to bed. No, I'm good, mate. But thank you for putting that out there. Always appreciate that. Always appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I used to do the marathon streams, and I used to be able to do it, but as time's gone on, it's just gotten really, really hard for me to. Oh, I can't read what this says. God damn it! And then I got solder in that. Ah, you're just ruining me, buddy. I think the line's at the top there, so. Oh, I think I flipped it upside down. I really don't know which side is. I thought that was the line. All right, here, we'll just probe it. Because I'm not going to spend a ton of time trying to figure this out. What the hell? Probes. There we go, 1.63. Ah, I think I might have got it backwards. Yeah, I did. Actually, it looks like the line at the top, so yeah, I think I might have. Shotki, more like cookie. Cookie shotki. The fuck, man? Why are these never? Is it my probes? Or they shouldn't be. Here. Let's do this. 1.56. Slip these around. There we go. All right. Now I just got to get solder out of that damn hole. Some dumbass got it in there. What? Old Drippy would have something, wait. We have something to say. Starship Troopers was good. Oh yeah, I love Starship Troopers. Come on, you want to live forever? Man, you know what's fun is the pinball version of that game. It's even they got the joke. I can't remember if it was Data East or Sega, but it's a really great pin. It's one of my, and it's fun to play. Like it's easy to get the rules, and then you know, there may be like a more complicated strat, but it's pretty much, you know, hit those targets. All right, now we're just down to the TLO 74. That's the dip chip, and then we dipped out. Mozzarella or mozzarella. I don't know if that's like different part of Italy. I can't tell which side is up and which side is down. And I still can't. Okay. It's like pharmacy. Oh, really? Well, I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. Out here in the desert, we're just not really close to any cow sources, you know. Why isn't this melting? All right, that's all the through hole for the valve, or all the SMD for the valve. I mean, now all we got is the through hole. Honestly, that probably did it. I'll do this one just to hit it with the brush. Hit it with the glass. Do what now? Pop it with the glass. I know. Quit yelling at me. Do what now? Damn it. Without his brain, he's just going to be out there saying, do what now? Do what now? Look, Frylock. They use starfish as money. What is your favorite thing to play? Instrument? I don't know. I like string instruments a lot, so like bass and guitar are probably the ones that I gravitate to the most and feel like I'm decent at. But I started off with the piano when I was a little kid. Little tiny baby. Eating chewing tobacco and spitting out hard-boiled eggs. You know what? I'm gonna flip this around. Man, I put so many power connectors on, it feels like, in the last few days. Some of my least favorite parts, really. Because it's, I don't know, it's just a pain in the ass. That is on. And it's beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Alright, now we gotta meet it up with the other board to make our sandwich. So we've got 2 3s and 2 4s, which is funny because I only have 4s, but I thought I bought 3s and I dumped them all in a container, but later realized they were all 4s and I was an idiot. Check that out. Oh, hey, wait a minute. So 3s and 4s are just mixed up in here. That's fucking awesome. What a fucking idiot I am. All right, well, I'll fix that someday, never. Oh, well, at least I did have 3s. I kind of thought I didn't, but I guess I should stop that thinking. My pimp, Pepperjack, told me that hoes like me don't need to think. That he'll do all the thinking for me. Honestly, I don't know if that's true. Because he hates it when I ask him if I should, like, you know, eat or sleep or what cartoons I want to watch next. What adult cartoons I want to watch next. Wait a minute. Where the fuck is... Oh, there it is. God damn, dude. This is gonna be difficult. I'm telling you right now. Oh, this pin's... Oh, god damn it. Ah, you bastard. I hope you burn in hell. Alright. This'll probably work. Alright, 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 alright. Yep, 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 yep. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Alright. Now I just gotta do some teeny tacks here to make it not be sad. Alright, whatever. Just kind of get on there, I guess. Piece of shit. Alright, and then I'm gonna flip this over and do... And this will just prevent me from, like, hitting it with my elbow and then the whole thing falls apart and I have to do this again. It also helps fight the gum disease that causes gingivitis. Pretty cool, huh? There's a lot that people don't know about soldering. Most of it is all wrapped up in erotic fan fiction. So there is no real easy way to find out without around with your freaky side. But the rest is usually like wrapped up in a musical or like a slam poetry session or... Look at that. Now just look at it. And then tell me what it is, because I don't... Those are words I haven't learned yet. Here we go. Hey, Kelton. 25 minutes left, folks. Of course, I've said that like at least once or twice before. Uh-oh. Did I lose the music? He'll wake the creatures? Oh, I don't mind. We got rid of all the bugs here in Phoenix, so... Whatever creatures you're speaking of, I'm really, pretty inconsequential. Yeah, I think the music stopped. I'm so close to finishing soldering this, though. I want to get sidetracked, so I'm just gonna nervously talk a lot to cover up the absence of music. You didn't think that's okay? I could probably do it. I've done it before. One time I did it for a really long time, and that time was called the end of days. It wasn't really a positive thing, but, you know, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you've got them. So it's pretty cool. Interesting. I just got a message on one of the YouTube videos on the DR660, and they were having an audio-related problem. And immediately I'm like, oh man, I wish that person would come into the stream and we could just pull up the schematic and go over it, and I can be like, hey, there's a lizard inside and you must free it. Not that lizard, not that lizard. I mean, metaphorically. No, not that much never mind. Forget the whole lizard bit. We're gonna put, I liked Matt Damon in, let's try red. I've done blue. Let's do red. Yes. Red. Do we want to do a 3 or a, it says 3mm LED. So we'll do that. And then we need 2, 4, 6 jacks, which we already have. And then we need 4 of the knurls, which we have already. Awesome, we just need the LED. We're getting close to finishing this one. I really have to get off my ass and just build a button so I can press that, and then a little DJ Kali pops up and says, and another one. And then, like, eats a cheeseburger or something. I don't know. Something cool. That's green. Where's red, you bastard? There it is. No, I need to hop off for the night. Oh, well, you know, whatever, mate. What time is it before? How long do we started on at 6? So, yeah, it would be 6 a.m., which is like 5 hours from now, would be the next break I would take. And that would shore us up. That would actually work out perfect, because then that'll shore up day 3. And then we would be able to start day 4. So yeah, if we could go 5 more hours and a little bit of change, I could break the world record. I don't think that's true. I would destroy it. So this LED actually needs to be flush in order to work right. that's good. Oops. Right. Yurden, take care, mate. Have a good rest of the night. Colin, I'm just about 2 a.m. for me. Wait, what about the timer in the top right? Does the stream end then? Yeah. Once that, unless someone gives gift subs, like a gift sub or a resub or anything like that, we'll add 5 minutes to the timer. For tier 1 and everything. Bits, if it's 100 bits, it's 2 minutes to the timer. And then same thing for a dollar donation. For every dollar in the donation, it's 2 minutes to the timer. So yeah, it could stretch out. It could go longer. But it is not up to me. Not anymore. Well, I guess it kind of is, but not really. Like, I did do a gift sub just because you guys gave so much and everything. I was like, all right, I'll do a gift sub. That'll extend the timer out a little bit, and I threw some peanuts into the hat, so we all have our peanuts mixed together in the same hat, the same nuts. Gotcha. Have a nice night. Yeah, mate. Thanks so much. Stay Guile. See you next time, and be safe. Should be able to finish this in time. Before the timer ends. But I do also need to look for a raid target, so I guess I could kind of do that at the same time. It's kind of not easy to shift one's focus back and forth. But I can hit refresh and see what pops up. Ooh. Oh yeah, that might work. Yeah, we might do that. I noticed that the woman with the gigantic personalities have the largest followers here on Twitch. Yeah, that's probably still the case. It was much more prevalent over the last like 4 or 5 years, but I'm sure it still is to some extent. But a lot of that has kind of burned up. I think a lot of people have just kind of been like, who cares? It's always like when you look at the biggest streamers on Twitch, sometimes you're just like, what the hell? Like that one guy, the burnt peanut guy, he's huge, and I have no idea why. Like, I mean, it's funny gimmick, but how long does that go for? But, you know, whatever. I think it kind of replaces the absence, or it reminds me a lot of, oh, I'm forgetting his name now. Dr. Disrespect. There's a lot of kind of overlap in their content style, which is fine. I mean, I always thought Dr. Disrespect was one of the, when I first started streaming, he was one of the people that I was like impressed and mind blown. Before I knew he was a fucking weirdo. Yeah. Well, you could, I mean, if you want to go, I don't know if they still have beaches and pools. That's a whole category on Twitch where the whole hot tub streamers thing went. It was so weird. Like, people were annoyed with the hot tub streamers, and then Twitch firmly responded by creating an entire category for it. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah. You know, you're not familiar with the hot tub meta? Oh, my God. It was so fucking hilarious and weird. So these women would get these hot tubs, they'd get these inflatable pools and put them in a room, fill them up, like, but not all the way, you know, like, they'd only be like maybe knee-high water. They wouldn't be submersed in the water. And they, most of them anyways, and they would, they'd just stand in the water, and the water made all this annoying noise, so it really fucked up the mics. And, yeah, they just hung out in a bikini and stuff, and it was so, I don't know, it was so dumb, and this is long after I've been with my wife and everything, but I just, you know, even if I was a single guy, I'd just be like... And I've heard some people, you know, kind of defend that kind of, like, you know, Amarath and other streamers like that. And I mean, I get where they're coming from, but I don't agree with what their point of view is about it. I just... I mean, it's fine, you know... Good on those cats for being able to pull that off. That's, you know, the hustle. Respect the hustle. But, overall, I'm just like, this is the dumbest use of time. Yeah, then the ASMR thing happened. Ugh. Male hot tub. Yeah, it did not fly. Well, we did one, like I still have it saved up, a whole bunch of props where I made fun of that and had a hot tub stream. And it was just an overlay of a hot, you know, and like a cartoon hot tub. And I had it all keyed up and everything, so it looks like I'm sitting in the water and I could throw my arms up on the side and everything. It was pretty funny. But the, well, no, there is no but to it. I just... You know, you can only tell that joke so many times. For people kind of get tired of hearing it. Including the person telling it. Which, that was the case there. Yeah, the joke I had was that I had the pool entirely filled with flux. And I've got a soldering station down there. And everything. But, I know you're concerned. I know you're worried. So I'm going to put your mind at ease. Down underneath in the hot tub where I'm soldering. I've got all the equipment and everything, but I also have a syringe filled with flux just in case I need more flux. And my hot tub full of flux. Soldering at the bottom of a pool of flux. I have more flux. It's an idea as old as time. And still photography. All right. This is the test. Will this Valmorfication we whipped up in a matter of an hour or so? Will it work or will it spawn the hellish demons? Hey, what is that? Sean, welcome in, mate. All right, the screen lit up. Yes, I see the lights and the words Matt Damon written on it. All right, let's go audio in, baby. Interesting. This one's not nearly as... I thought I got higher frequencies on the old one. All right, let's check the gate. Yep, gate is working. Frequency CV. We have a fully functional Valmorfication. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a student of sociology, so to speak. You know, no, I'm honestly right there with you, man. I mean, I was just kind of fascinated it exists and stuff. Doesn't really serve a lot of other purposes for me, you know? It's just weird. It's like, what the fuck? And that's about it, you know? But I totally get, like, being curious about it, because it is such a, like, it's kind of like the... Kelton! Oh no, that was Ace Repair, I'm sorry. Where did I get Kelton? I was looking at the wrong thing. Ace Repair with the $1 tip. Let's go. That's another 2 minutes on the clock, baby. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, the whole Thought Girl scene on Twitch is wild to me. Like, you know, like I said, it's all kind of boring in a lot of respects to me, but the actual fact that it exists and it's a thing is very fascinating to me. I'm like, what the fuck? People like this? Really? No cap? Oh, you know what? Well, I could look at the other one, but I think the other one... Actually, I don't know what the CV was. Let me just look at the other one, because I don't want to... I don't want to spend all this time. Okay, so the CV, frequency CV is unipolar, according to what I have. Let's find out if that's true. Because I don't think so. I think it's bipolar. So here, we'll listen to it so we can... So if I give it a CV input... Yeah, it's going down, and I have it all the way up. Yeah, and then 5 is all the way at the max. So yeah, it is bipolar, not unipolar. So good to know. Of course, it's just making me run out of black nuts. Oh yeah, I did make the other output inverted, but I can't remember. I think I did orange for that. It's orange or green? Oh, it's not even the right color. It should be orange, but I made it gold. Ah! Oh. I thought you were trying to get my attention there. Boo-boo-doo-boo-doo. Wow, that was crazy. We were down to like the last 20 seconds or something. That was wild. Just teasing. Edging, that's what they call it. Alright, so I gotta buy more of these jacks, but I don't know if I can order them from Bafaco because I owe money to DHL. And I have this tiny feeling they're gonna remember that when my order comes in and be like, hey, we'll get this to you as soon as you pay the money you owe us, Lebowski. Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look. I had to cut off my girlfriend's toe. Yeah, well, I owe money for tariffs to, like, pretty much all the shipping companies, and I'm pretty sure Bafaco only uses DHL for international shipping. So, you know. Look at that pretty girl.